What's up, everybody? I've been playing Summoners War Rush for at least 2 weeks now. And this video is pretty much just to go over everything about Summoners War Rush, the progression, the monsters, everything you can do in this game. I played a lot in this game. I've reached up to rank 6 in the overall leaderboard. I think I'm ranked 10 now because I kind of slowed down since I'm waiting for the global launch. So in this video, I will go over everything that you're pretty much everybody has been asking me, whether it be in the Summoners War Rush official Discord or just personally or just in my streams about this game. I want to cover as much as possible, and I just want to give you an honest review of how I feel about the game going into the launch of the game. That's pretty much going to be this week. If you appreciate this game or you want to have any discussions, put all your comments down below, and also like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, or if you just let me know if you want me to make more Summoners War Rush content. Just let me know all your questions. I will answer them as much as I possibly can, because in my opinion, ComTools hasn't done a great job pretty much advertising a lot about this game. And so I've kind of noticed that a lot of people have been asking so many questions about Summoners War Rush, and so I'm making this video because honestly I'm just tired of typing. I'm just tired of typing, and I would rather just put it in a video form so that way I can answer as many questions as possible. And pretty much any questions people have going forward, I'll just make a video about it just to make it a lot easier on myself and just to have it somewhere on YouTube to reference, so that way everybody can have all their questions answered and we can just get it out there. But without further ado, let's get into everything about Summoners War Rush after my 2 weeks of playing it on the Thailand beta. Now, the first question everybody asks me is, what kind of game is Summoners War Rush? Summoners War Rush is an idle RPG game where basically a lot of the stuff that you're doing is happening while you're not even playing the game. That's the whole point of an idle RPG. Auto RPGs have been very popular lately, especially in like the States, because we're all working, we all have things to do. Some people have kids, some people have a lot of things on their plate, so they like these type of games to be able to just be able to do stuff while they're not playing the game. So a lot of people are like, okay, what's the benefit of that? Why would I play a game where I'm not playing the game? That doesn't make any sense. Essentially what happens is, while you're not playing the game, while the game is closed, what you're seeing right now is ideally what your team is doing. You're just going around beating up monsters for EXP, for gold, for a lot of stuff that you will be using when you actually come back to the game. So just for example, I haven't played since literally yesterday because I did all my stuff yesterday and I had a whole bunch of stuff to do today. So while I was gone, I go to my items, and this is the stuff. I'm a lot higher, so this is the stuff that's been happening. So they've been farming stuff for stages, which I will collect right now, and then I leveled up 11 times, so that way I get 11 chests. As you can see in the top left, I am level 354. I'm pretty high in the game. So like that type of stuff is what happens while you're away. So while you're away, the material that you will get, you will eventually use to level up your monsters, to level up your towers, so that way you can progress. I'm going to give a general overview of what to do in the game. I'm not going to get too in depth, mainly because I don't want this video to get too long. I just want people to see just overall the game, what's in it, and if you, like I said, if there's any aspect of the game you want me to make a video on, if you have any questions, just drop them down below. I will answer every question that comes into the channel about Summoners War Rush, and I will answer to the best of my knowledge. But that's essentially what an idle RPG is. What's basically happening is, while you're not playing the game, your monsters are farming, your monsters are beating up other monsters. The material that they're collecting is basically, once you come back to the game, you will use that material to level up your monsters and help you progress further into the game. That's the whole point of an idle RPG. So we got that out of the way. Now the next question is obviously like, what do you do? So another aspect of Summoners War Rush is the tower defense. Now, even I thought coming into this game that it would pretty much be something like Clash of Clans, like where you'll have I have my towers, and you go to fight somebody else's towers, and then your monsters fight their monsters. That's kind of what happens, and I do expect them to probably do an update like that in the future. I'm not crossing my fingers on that, by the way, but that's essentially what I thought what would be in the game. But the tower defense aspect is not that. The tower defense aspect is right here. So basically, in the normal scenario sense of the game, for the Skyrim players, you kind of understand scenario. what happens is as you're leveling up your monsters, you will go into these stages and you will deploy your best monsters, and those monsters will help you defend the tower. I'm gonna do an easier tower just so like I don't I don't embarrass myself on my video. But basically, what happens is you go into these towers and you set the monsters, and as you know stuff is coming down, you're defending this crystal down below, and when if the crystal is destroyed, you lose the stage. You don't want to lose the stage. You basically just want to deploy your best monsters so that way you can kill everything before it reaches the crystal tower down below. So I'll just start it just so you guys can see how it works. It works in waves. As you can see, there's a portal to the. I'm pointing like you guys can see. But as you can see, monsters are coming down, and my monsters are basically killing all the slimes to make sure they don't reach the crystal tower. Periodically, there will be bigger monsters that'll come out. Also, you get these buffs like they're down below. They're auto selecting, so I ain't gotta touch it. But basically, you select it, and as you continue to select them, they get more powerful. They get to level 5, and that's just how they work. But basically, this is what you will do to basically be able to defend your tower. You have your monsters, you have these things that happen that come out and help you defend the tower. You also have this thing right here on the middle, the crystal that it freezes enemies. I can't see it, but I'm just kind of going by what I see on my screen. But it freezes them, and basically, it helps defend the tower. Excuse me. So that is essentially the tower defense aspect of Summoner's War Rush. And sometimes you will fail, sometimes your monsters will not be strong enough, but there are things in the game that allow you to help make your monsters a little bit stronger, and also you can help you can level up your monsters and level up their abilities and level up their skills, so that way it is easier for you to defend the tower. But that's literally the tower defense aspect of it. For some people, they find this a little bit underwhelming. I think it's all right. It's not a bad aspect of the game, but I do agree that we hopefully in the future we're able to expand on this, and maybe they'll add like a guild aspect of it. Basically, people set their monsters, you set their monsters, and then you try to work your way through the defense. That could be an update in the future, but we don't got that right now. Hey Nephthys, how are you? My cat is being needy right now, but that's an aspect I hope they add in the future, because this aspect's cool. I don't mind it, but it's something that allows you to achieve a goal. It's more than just like it's more than just like just sitting around and doing nothing and having your monsters beat stuff. There are things to do in this game. It's not just this. There is more to do, which I will go over. But this is the tower defense aspect, because I know people are asking, like, oh, what's the tower defense aspect? And as you can see, there's the boss. The boss comes out. The bosses are usually a little bit more tankier, so sometimes it takes a little bit more effort. I did a lower level, so that's why he died real quick. But that's an aspect of the game that you want to get power for, so that way you can progress, so that way you can get more rewards, and it's more beneficial for you to go as far as possible, so that way you can make your team stronger. Yeah, that's the whole point. The whole point of the game is pretty much like go through all the aspects to make your monster stronger, so that way you can defeat these towers and defeat these boss stages. Another aspect is, like you see on the main screen, is boss stages. Now this is something that's a core aspect of the game, because this is tied to where this is tied to essentially how you get more rewards while AFK. The higher you are in boss stages, the more rewards that drop while you're AFK. So it is very important, before you turn off your phone, try to go as high as possible. And so as you see right here, I hit the boss stage button. There's a boss alert, and then my monsters will go and try to defeat the boss in the 30 seconds time allotted. They have to beat it within the 30 seconds. If they don't beat it within the 30 seconds, it's all gravy. That means I just have to make my monsters a little bit stronger, so that way they're able to keep progressing in the stages. The highest stage is 1500. I'm pretty much almost there. The reason why you want to get to 1500 is because you want to get that last slot. And that's how you get as many monsters as possible once you unlock that last slot. As you progress in your stages, you unlock more slots. So I didn't do it in time. I got defeated. I'm pretty sure I can level up my monsters and defeat that stage. But I just wanted to be able to show you guys, like, that's an aspect of the game that you want to keep progressing, is your boss stages. So that way you can keep progressing and then get more rewards while you're AFK. That is a huge part of the game. It is another aspect of the game that you really want to focus on. It's just getting your monsters as strong as possible and getting higher in the boss stages. So that way while you're AFK and you come back, you can get more rewards from being AFK. So if you're going to play this game, one thing I do recommend is before shutting off your phone, just go as high as possible, and then once you get defeated and once you hit that cap, just that you're cool to turn your phone, not turn your phone off, but close the game and then just come back to it later and then just try again later. Nothing wrong with that. Also, just like in Sky Arena, just like in Chronicles, there are dungeons to farm. These are the dungeons that you farm. There's a gold dungeon, there's a monster XP dungeon, there's a relic piece dungeon, the mastery dungeon, and the critter XP dungeon. I will get more in depth in that, but I want to make a general overview. But just these are all the things that help you progress in the game and make your thing stronger. Also, the critters are right here. If you play Chronicles, they're rides. They're literally all the rides. So the critters offer bonuses while you're out here, being doing bosses. As you can see, they don't attack. They just sit there, look cute. That's why we got the Sheba. The Sheba is probably the best one that pretty much everybody uses from this Thailand server. But there are multiple critters. I hope they add more because Chronicles has so many critters that they can add that are actually pretty cool. But my favorite was the Sheba because the Sheba was the one that the Beast Riders rode. There was a skin that had the Shebas, and you ride those as the Beast Riders, which is pretty cool. These are all the monsters in the game. Well, the 5 stars, we can go over it. So actually, we'll just go right here. There are 70 monsters currently in the game. As you can see, there's Lapis, Shiwa, Celestia, which for people that don't know, these are the fairy queens. Like, so if you came from Sky Arena, that'd be Fran, but in Chronicles, there are 5 stars, and they had the whole light, dark, water, fire, wind. They had all of them. So this is the water fairy queen, Cassandra, which is the fire magical archer. You have Alicia, Ariel, Vertihill, who's a 5-star, Galleon, who's a 5-star in Chronicles, Jason, who's a 5-star in Chronicles. You have Light Monkey, you have Grogan, and then you have your 4 stars. I'll just go through them, a couple of them. As you can see, there's Leona, there's Mei Hao Wang, there's Tetra, Delphoy, which I haven't leveled. So there's some I haven't leveled. There's Lucian, there's Jean, there's Vanessa, there's Cesarion, there's Feng Yan, Rena, who's a 5-star in this game. Not a 5-star in Chronicles, but in this game she's a 5-star. And then I'm pretty sure, I think after that it's just pretty much 4 stars or 3 stars. So those are the main things we want to focus on. Overall, I missed only one, which is Charlotte. Charlotte's a 5-star. That's the only one I'm missing that I haven't summoned crazy enough. But these are all the monsters in the game. I'll go over a little bit slower just if people are curious. Overall, basically at a certain point, all you care about is 5 stars. You don't care about the 4 stars or the 3 stars, to be honest with you, because we don't have enough 5 stars in the game to fill out certain areas of the game. But so right now, essentially all you mainly care about is the 5 stars because there are enough of them in the game. Because even though you can't fill every single 5-star out right here, there is an arena mode where you fill out 10 right here. Oh, I forgot it was reset. Which that's how you saw it in here. There's arena, and there's also another mode called Coliseum. And in Coliseum, you filled out 25. You filled out 25 monsters. So I think there's 22. So there's like 3 more slots for like 4 stars. But eventually there will be enough 5 stars where you will eventually just fill out this with 5 stars. The only reason you care about 4 stars or 3 stars is quite literally just for the book. Because as you level them up, basically what will happen is you'll just collect the book and they'll give you crystals. And that's pretty much it. Maybe would it be a feature later on in, like, will be there a feature in the future? I got tongue tied on that. Where the 4 stars and the 3 stars may be useful, maybe, don't know. But for right now, there really is not too much of a use. You only just throw in the 4 stars and 3 stars primarily because there's not enough 5 stars, and especially in the beginning, you can't focus on a whole bunch of the 5 stars. So you just do whatever you can. So that's what I would say. Also, for people that are like, okay, well, like, how do I summon these 5 stars? Obviously, there's a summoning hinge in the shop. This game works like Soul Strike. If people don't know how Soul Strike works, basically you summon a lot, and you summon a lot to get a whole bunch of duplicates. This is kind of like Chronicles, where you want a lot of duplicates in the game to basically level up the star levels of your monster. But in this game, you're still doing that, but you're summoning way more. So this a core aspect of the game is the summoning. The summoning is not fancy. This is a feedback we have given to come to us. We would like the feedback, the summoning to be a little bit more sparkly and a little bit more, like flashy. But unfortunately, that's not how it is at the current moment. You just summon, they flip the cards, and that's pretty much it. If you summon a 5-star for the first time, there is an animation. It is the exact same animation that is in Chronicles. So you play Chronicles, ain't nothing new. If you didn't play Chronicles, it's something new. At least that. And that's just ideally what you want to do. In the beginning, also this game works on summon level. So in the beginning, you'll be at level 1. At level 1, the rates aren't that high. Just to show you the rates at level 1 aren't that high because you can't even summon 5-stars at level 1. So you can't summon 5-stars in this game until you reach summon level 5. That's when you can start summoning Nat 5. So you just want to, so basically all the scrolls you get, you're just dumping them. So that way you can level up your summoning level. So summoning is really, really important because you obviously want to get to level 10 for the highest rates. And I'm at summon level 8, and it's a lot of it's a lot of summons. As you can see, it's 22,000 summons. It's a lot of summons. So, but this game does give you a lot of summons for free. I haven't played it. I haven't paid a single dime in this game. There is a lot of summons you get for free just from playing the game, doing events, doing whatever. You will be able to get a lot of summons. So don't worry too much about like, oh, how can I summon 22,000 scrolls? Don't worry about it. Just as long as you're active, you will get a lot of scrolls just from doing certain missions and just doing daily stuff. So don't worry about that. You will be fine. Also, there is another different one for critters. So you will summon the critters. You know, the same thing as the regular monsters. You'll summon them, you'll level them up, to start them up, and you'll level them up so that way they can give your team out in the overworld more stats, so that way they can do bosses a little bit easier. So that's something you want to focus on as well. All right, so that's pretty much a general overview. Like I said, there's anything in depth. Oh, there's one thing I kind of want to go over this too. When you start the game, there will be this summoning road. So this is actually a little bit easier for a lot of you guys that are free to play because first off, for everybody that starts the game, you will get every single normal element Nat 5. Besides Charlotte for some fucking reason. Besides Charlotte, you will get every single normal element Nat 5, and then once you complete the summoning road 1, you move to summoning road 2, which allows you to 3-star every single one from summoning road 1. So like this is an overtime thing. You won't be able to finish this because I've been playing for 2 weeks and I'm nowhere near done with this. But the thing is, it's like it technically, like if you have everything at base 1-star, this will give you everything to base 3-star. But because they're giving you copies of the monster, if you have more levels already, like let's say you have one that's already 3-star, this will allow you to push it to 4 to 5-star. So that's good for people that are, you know, if you're gonna whale and try to summon everything as much as possible, you're not gonna miss out on anything. But if you're free to play, you don't have to worry about like, oh, I'm not summoning Nat 5s. This will help you level up the Nat 5s that you kind of care about. As far as the tier list, if anybody wants me to make a tier list, I will look into that. But like I said to a lot of people in the Summons World Rush Discord, a tier list really isn't needed per se. I'll just say straight out, I would say one of the best Nat 5s in the games is Light Monkey, and the reason why is because he's the only Nat 5 that defense breaks. So since I got him, oh man, I'm telling my boss stages have become a lot easier. So if you can't get him from the event, you just have to normally summon him. He just has to summon. He just has to show up and appear. But if you're able to get Light Monkey, I'm telling you right now, you're good to go. you leave Light Monkey in your team no matter what, because him being able to be the only Nat 5 that defense breaks is like really, really, really core to the team. So I will say that that's actually something I like. Once you pull him, you're good to go. But you'll still be fine if you don't pull him. But if you pull him, things become a little bit easier. You know, in typical Nat Comtua's Nat 5, you know, LD Nat 5, you know, type of ish, you know, they gotta be that one. But yeah, other than that, all the rest of them are good. Like no matter who you pull, like you'll be able to do certain stuff to get more copies. Like as you can see from doing the stages, you're able to get Lucian copies here, Tetras and Lapises. So like the thing is, like this game isn't super pay to win in the beginning. If you're free to play, as long as you're focused on completing a whole bunch of objectives and tasks, trust me, you will be able to 5-star most of your units without dropping a dime in this game. So it's extremely free to play friendly for anybody that's wondering, because I know people ask that, like, is it free to play friendly? It is. It's as a person who has literally been playing free to play, it's pretty free to play friendly. And also there's guilds. There's not too much to do in guilds. So There's that, but like I played another game called Starseed. In the beginning, there was no guild content. Then later on, they added stuff for guild content. So, um, do I see them adding stuff in the future, like guild content in the future? Yeah, I totally see them doing that. So look out for that if you continue to play this game, because I wouldn't put it past them um, to basically add more guild content for the game for people that do care about that stuff. Also, if you people didn't know, the game drops May 28th. May 28th is when the game drops, which is for me that's Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? Yeah, it's Wednesday. So the game drops on May 28th. Just the time I don't know, but May 28th, look out for the game. Pre-registration is available if you care for that. You might want to do it if you care about playing the game, because you do get rewards for pre-registering. So, but now, pros and cons. Just throw it out there. The one pro of the game, in my opinion, is that it is incredibly chill. As a person who has played Skyrim, as a person who has played Chronicle, as a person who's played Lost Eternia, I play all the Skyrim games. This game is incredibly chill. There's no like, there's no like pressure to get better. You can just do it at your own pace. You can just you can play it at your own pace. You don't have to feel like, oh, I gotta like make sure I'm logging in and doing. It's like it's an idle game. Like the whole core aspect of an idle game is you play when you are ready to play. And when you're gone, you don't have to feel like you're missing out on rewards. So one of the aspects as the game crashes, Hold on. Oh, it didn't crash. We're good. One of the core aspects of like Sky Arena and like Chronicles is that you got to make sure undo your wings, or you feel like you're wasting your time. This isn't wasting your time. The whole aspect of the game is that you are literally playing while you're not playing. Like that is good for a lot of people, because a lot of people when they play Sky Arena, they really do feel like, oh, I'm not logging in, I'm missing out on farming, I'm not farming. But this game, there's nothing to that. All you got to do is just log in when you're ready, a lunch break, a bathroom break, when you get home, eating dinner, watching TV, you know, watching whatever. Like, you can just do that. You can just do that whenever you are ready. My cat is got this. What's happening? Another pro, in my opinion, is that it is not overly complicated. As I played this game, nothing about this game is super duper like confusing. Nothing about it is convoluted. It is very straightforward and easy. Anybody can play this game. Anybody can pick it up and get into it and do whatever they want. There's nothing about the game that is going to confuse you to the point that it's like, okay, how do I do that? Or there may be some things you may miss out on, but overall, like, it's not a super duper easy, complicated system of playing the game, which for a lot of people that's great, because when you get to Sky Arena, and even in Chronicles, those games are very complicated for people that are trying to get into the game, especially now. Like for Sky Arena, you got people that are like confused with artifacts. You got people that are confused with, oh, when to raid, what to farm. It's like, and there is none of that in this game. There, you could just pick it up, and as long as you're active and getting into the game, you will literally understand it. My cat is, hey, what do you need? What do you need? Say hi. Say hi to the video. You want to say hi? You don't want to? Okay. There you go. But yeah, there's nothing crazy complicated about it. Anybody can get into it, and nobody will be super confused when they're trying to play Summoners War Rush. Another thing about this game that I think is a huge pro is that the game looks great. The game looks amazing. It's primarily because of another aspect I'll get into with the cons. But overall, when you look at the game, it doesn't look super. It's not like blocky. I will say, if you want a lower end phone, this game may mess your phone up because I have an S24 Ultra, so it works just fine. It looks great, nice and smooth. But I will just warn people, there are graphic settings if people that care as you go to the settings. So if the game gets kind of blocky on your phone, you can just lower the settings, and so that way your game can like be able to play it without having to worry about it lagging or crashing your phone. So just look out for that. Hopefully they have a PC client. I don't know if they are. I haven't asked that question. And I don't know if that will ever be a thing. It may be a thing. I'm pretty sure they probably will have it on Google Play Games. But overall, just letting you know, the game looks great. The game runs great. The game is up there in quality. So if you have a lower end phone, just watch out. You may want to lower your quality. Now to get into the cons. So a big con for a lot of people, like I said in the pros, is this game looks great because it pretty much rips everything for Chronicles. All the models, all of the monsters, all of the areas, all of the gear that you see in front of you at the bottom, they're all from Summoners War Chronicles. This is essentially Summoners War Chronicles Idol. That's what it honestly should have been called. But that's essentially where a lot of the models of this game come from. So people can see that as, Kamto's being lazy or, whatever. I don't see that as a big problem personally. Like, if they're gonna pull anything high quality, might as well pull it for Chronicles. But I'm just being realistic. A lot of people can see that as a con. I can see their points. I wouldn't disagree with it. I do consider that maybe a little bit lazy, but honestly, it's nothing new. A lot of games do this. If they have one game, they pull a lot of assets from that one game and add it to this into another game. But in this sense, they added like darn near everything, as far as like how the gold looks, crystals, like everything, like every aspect of the game. Not every aspect, but pretty much almost every aspect. Even the bosses are all from Chronicles. So if people consider that to be like a con, I won't argue with you. I'll let you have that one. Because I know people are gonna say like, oh, that could be a that, they're gonna argue with you on that, but I'll give it to you. It's lazy, whatever. Another aspect of the game is, even though, like I said earlier, this game is very free to play friendly, it is a nightmare for free to play players at the current state of the game. One thing I would recommend for a lot of people once they start playing this game, please buy this. Please, please, please buy this. Please buy this pack. There's a reason why it is terrible. So like, let's say I go to my dungeons, right? This is the core aspect of the game that really gets on my nerves. So this is something you will do every day. You will go to your gold. You will go to your gold dungeon. You will do your 3 a day. So for all your dungeons, there are 6 dungeons. You get 3 free runs a day. Once you're done with your 3 free runs, you can get 3 more runs, but you have to watch ads. Now your question is, Doug, how many ads do I have to watch? 3 per one per run. So for every run that you get for free, you have to watch an ad for it. So you have to watch one ad. So you have to watch one ad, you get the free run, you get out the dungeon, you gotta watch another ad, you get the free run, you go to the dungeon, you gotta watch another ad. So just to finish my 6 gold runs as a free to play player, I've already just watched 3 ads to do all my 6 runs. And you gotta do that for 5 more dungeons technically. So already, and you also like, just say, let's say you're coming to the game after being AFK. If you want to get bonus rewards, you have to watch an ad. So you either get the bonus at 1 or you get the 1.3. If you're free to play, you kind of want the 1.3 because you want to get more bang for your buck. So because of that, now if you add in this dungeon, if you add in these dungeons and you add in just logging into the game, that is 19 ads you have to watch for all your bonus rewards. The ads just Raid Shadow Legend ads and ads you probably will never download. But that's so annoying because the ads are like a minute long. So basically, you're stuck 20 minutes, 25 minutes just watching ads on your daily reset. It is so dumb, and that's the biggest complaint I've told Comtois when it comes to playing this game. There are way too many ads when you're trying to play free to play. It is so annoying. Like it's oh man, it kills me. But that is probably in my opinion, the biggest con of this game is if you're playing free to play. Oh my god, get ready for the ads. That's why I say, even if you are playing free to play, just buy this now. Just buy this. Enter the game, buy this. You will thank me later. The ads in this game are so ridiculous. Trust me. Another con I would say is I wish there was a little bit more content in the game. I feel like, this is also just beginning stages, so I can't really fault Comtois on this now, but hopefully in the future they add more content in the game, so that way there's a little bit more to do. I do feel like there is a good amount to do in the game already as a player, but especially for guild content, I just wish they would add a little bit more, because there really isn't more guild content, and then guild dungeon isn't ready yet. So this is already something I expect them to add more into the game. Just more stuff for guilds, more stuff for just in general to do, because there is a good amount of stuff to do in the game, but I wish there's just a tiny bit more, maybe just more guild content, maybe just a little bit more, so that way I can fill my time if I care to do that. But in my opinion, there's enough to do in the game in the beginning. It just hopefully later on down the road, they add more content so that way, people can, just do more stuff while they're playing the game, especially if you're really enjoying Summoners War Rush, which I've been enjoying. I've liked the game as something that's on the side, just something to do, just to kill time, just while I'm just chilling, watching, streams or watching YouTube videos or whatever. I just like chilling, just doing stuff in Chronicles, not Chronicles, Rush, while I'm just doing this game. So I personally am enjoying my time with this game, but I just wish there was a little bit more to do. And that is all. That is everything as far as just a baseline. If you want to of things that are in Summoners War Rush, like I said in the beginning of the video, if you want me to just go over more in the game, just let me know in the comment sections below, and I will just make time and I'll try and make quick videos about more of the content that is in the game. But overall, that's it. If you just like, comment, subscribe, let me know how you guys feel about just looking at the game overall. Just overall, just let me know, like, these are the monsters. I've been enjoying my time with the game. I've actually genuinely liked it, and it's nice seeing like other streamers that their homies playing the game. Like, there's me right there, rank 10. There's Apps not too far behind. I saw Topa. There's Celtic. I know Ricky's probably been playing on and off. There's Topa right there, rank 31. He's catching up. That's crazy. He just started playing like a week ago. He's already catching up. But yeah, there's Ricky right there. So there's a lot of us that are really, really enjoying the game. So hopefully when this game comes out, hopefully they continue to play it, because like I said, I've been chill with this. This game has actually been pretty fun, and hope you guys have enjoyed the video. And I hope you guys are looking forward to the game, May 28th. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.